Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to look at MERGED ZAMASU's EZA. I'm going to be very curious to see how our boy looks here in an extended look on a couple of his different teams. He's on 4 category teams. I figure we'll probably actually look at him on all 4 of those teams. Oh, what is his defense? Let me see what his defense is right here. 74k is not too bad. Okay, so he's going to be really nice next to STR Rose. See, I'm going to be curious what happens with AGL Rose's EZA, because I imagine they're probably just going to build AGL Rose very similar to how they did STR Rose, right? So, like, so let's say AGL Rose gives, like, you know, 3 key to extreme class, but then he also gives, like, 70% defense or something like that. You know, then that's going to make Tech MERGED ZAMASU even a little bit better at that point. So, there are definitely some interesting options here. So I am running sort of this pseudo Realm of Gods team where I bring Turles as well as Kid Buu onto the team as well. They, of course, should be able to give MERGED ZAMASU a lot of extra damage. One of the nice ways we can design the Realm of Gods team, right? Bringing Turles and Kid Buu on here. There also is the Supreme Opie of Time. I mean, I guess in reality, Supreme Opie of Time is probably the best support type unit for MERGED ZAMASU. Because she also has godly power. So, I mean, she's going to give him 15% from godly power and then potentially 42% attack as well. So, the Supreme Opie of Time is going to be giving just a massive, massive, nasty buff to MERGED ZAMASU. So, we're definitely going to take a look at that on the future team. I think the future team is probably where MERGED ZAMASU is going to be getting his best attacks at. You know, using LRB Pan on the future team, which you can do. Okay, so this is good, because we'll have MERGED ZAMASU with all of his links active. Dude, AGL ZAMASU on this rotation, 77k defense. That's really good, you know, combined with his 40% damage reduction. So, you know, a full Goku Black team definitely gets a monstrous upgrade with this Tech MERGED ZAMASU, but it's still just not as good defensively as you'd like, I think, you know. I think STR Rose is still tremendously good, right? He's a beast, no doubt about that. Ooh, that's good. Double super attacks. That gives MERGED ZAMASU a double buff right here, because STR Rose does give a buff on super attack. So, I'm going to be, yeah, so this is MERGED ZAMASU, I believe, with all links active, and then that double buff from STR Rose, 2.87. I mean, without just actual, like, a support type unit on rotation, that's tremendously powerful. You know, he is a glass cannon unit for sure, and like, you know, he's going to take a lot of damage. He's going to get, like, pimp smacked around routinely, which is not going to be very fun. So that's going to be a bit of an issue here. We'll put ZAMASU here. I don't think I have to worry at all about finishing off this Goku right here. Because LR Goku Black and ZAMASU, you know, they're still really good. But if you're not, like, tossing them on main rotation, letting them super attack to build up that defense, as well as letting them get, you know, take all their hits so they could do their damage, they don't end up looking quite as impressive as they could, right? So, man, I don't know. This MERGED ZAMASU, capable of doing a lot of damage, but y'all know how oh, please, stop. Y'all know how I am these days. Like, you know, I love, oh, actually, we're not going to have physical Kid Buu's passive active next turn anyway, because LR Goku Black and ZAMASU, they're probably going to take way too much damage here. Look how much damage, like, AGL ZAMASU has taken, dude. Like, it's a lot. You know, this team, while good defensively, could definitely be a lot better, right? Wow, we got a crit right there, and then 35. Woo! Boy. Okay. So we're not going to have Kid Buu with his 50% passive active here, but we are going to have Big Bad Bosses, so that's going to be pretty good to see that. All right, so let's go ahead and see what our boy is going to put up on this rotation right here. Big Bad Boss is active. STR Rose linked up with him. And then Kid Buu, you know, with his 30% buff. And then also Big Bad Bosses. And how much damage do you take right here? Double digits. Okay. I mean, that's the double support type buff from STR Rose and Kid Buu. Not bad. And then there he is with a 3.1 million attack set. So he hits good numbers, that's for sure. All right, guys. So now we're on the Potara team. Now, the one thing to remember with a lot of these teams that MERGED ZAMASU is on is that, you know, there is a lot of overlap between them. Like Realm of Gods, Potara, you know, Future, Time Travelers. They're so similar, right? But this rotation, I mean, Gowasu and ZAMASU, if you're going to run MERGED ZAMASU, running Gowasu and ZAMASU I think is a really good idea. Again, Supreme 5 time is going to be very good with him because she's going to give him godly power. I probably should have Merged Zamasu in the middle slot, but, I mean, this is good because we could see he should be able to tank these Vegeta shots. Yeah, no problem. Yep, with all the extra defensive support. I mean, because we have 3 units giving defense on this rotation, right? There is a 2.55. So, again, she gives godly power plus potentially the 42% attack buff that she gives. You know, but she doesn't have, you know, things like Fierce Battle. She doesn't have Nightmare, you know, Big Bad Bosses. Gowasu and Zamasu, they do have Fierce Battle, though. So that's why, you know, they'll rock pretty well with Merged Zamasu. They also do have Godly Power, too. So you'll be able to get both of those links. So you do have a number of options that can really help Merged Zamasu out. It's just like, it's team building, right? Like, you don't really want to just toss, like, 50 like random units on these teams together. Like, you want to make sure there's a cohesive unit that you're working towards. That's really how you're going to want to build it, because now, you know, you have a lot of these teams that just have so many different options, right? Unless we're talking about like the Namekian category team or like World Tournament, or I mean, you know, even the rival category, you know, does have all of those Vegetas, right? And, you know, you could do some good things. You know, you can get STR Beerus on there, who's a support type unit for the rival category. You got Android 17, who gives key and defense to the whole rotation. And then that just sort of like makes everything a little bit more cohesive, right? So you have plenty of opportunities there. Now, one thing I should mention with Zamasu, he does lower superclass ally attack, right? So he is making both Supreme 5 time weaker as well as LR, Goku, and Vegeta right here. But the thing about it is, if we're talking specifically about, like, you know, putting Merged Zamasu on the team, the amount of damage he's bringing probably over, like, another comparable unit, like, I don't know, like Int Goku Black or something like that. Merged Zamasu, the extra damage he's providing probably overrides that negative 10% he's giving to superclass allies. So I wouldn't really consider that a detriment too much, because unlike a 2.89, pretty good. Unlike Angel, Golden, Frieza, right, who on a lot of teams is not going to work very well at all, right? Because I believe, because Angel, Golden, Frieza doesn't have shocking speed, right? Let me just quickly double check that, but I believe he does not, which is something that hurts him quite a bit on a lot of teams, right? Yes, he does not have shocking speed. He has Revival, Strongest Clan in Space, and Tournament of Power. So, like, that Frieza, you know, he's hurting the team probably through links, and then also the superclass allies attack minus 15%. Whereas Merged Zamasu, you know, you're going to be able to fit him pretty easily on some of these teams right here. You know, some of the Realm of Gods, Potara, Future, stuff like that. He is going to fit pretty good with, you know, other Goku Black type units. So, you know, bringing him, you will lower some superclass allies attack, but it's not going to be at the point where he's then also killing the team with Ki as well, because that's not going to happen, right? He's going to work really well with a lot of these units. Plus, the teams he's on have ridiculous support type units, right? Again, Gowasu and Zamasu are on Realm of Gods, Potara, Future, and Time Travelers. And then Supreme 5 Time is on all, like, 3 of the 4. So, like, these units you can pretty much always have with Merged Zamasu, which is really nice. Okay, this is a really good rotation right here. If Majin Vegeta super attacks us, we should get Big Bad Bosses as well. So this is going to be nice. Hopefully Majin Vegeta instantly supers Rose right here. Please super Rose, because we'll get Big Bad Bosses, and this is going to be a super high attack stat for Merged Zamasu, right? He is definitely able to get up to some super, super high numbers. Please super. Are you kidding me? He does not super. 3.24. That's without Big Bad Bosses, man. Like, you know, he could have jumped up to like 3.5 million right there. Of course. And he, or let me guess, are you going to super attack right here? No. So you're just not going to super. I hate this game. Come on. Okay, so there was the Potara team. Again, on the Future team is probably where we're going to get his best attack stat. I might try and find a time. I actually, for some reason, there's no Goku, Int Goku Black friends right now. So I'll try and find one. We'll get a Time Traveler team running. Alright, guys. So now we're over here on the Time Traveler team. We should be able to get some decent numbers over here as well. I would kind of like to get Big Bad Bosses on this turn if possible, but even if Android 13 super attacks, I don't know if we're going to get Big Bad Bosses, right? But Big Bad Boss is obviously 25% attack and defense, you know, maybe the best link in the game. He didn't super attack right away. He's taking double digits a lot, though. So, like, in Dokkan events, I mean, as you guys can see, Merged Zamasu is carrying a big stick here. and he is not exactly taking a lot of damage in return. Like, he's just slapping these bosses up, and he's taking double digits. So he does hit tremendously hard. And then, depending upon what support you have around, again, like Supremo 5 time, or, if you got big bad bosses or something like that, like, his numbers can shoot all the way past 4 million in the right situation. Especially, like LRB Pan. We get her on rotation, and it's just, it's going to be GG. Like, because Merge Zamasu has 140% attack that he's working with, right? The thing about LRB Pan is her buff works better with units that have a higher start of turn attack buff. So, like, she works best with, like, STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or, STR Beerus or something like that, right? So, Merge Zamasu having 140% attack at the start of turn, I mean, I feel like he could probably get close to 5 million, I think. I mean, we'll have to see, but it's definitely probably going to be pretty damn good. So, all right, I'll probably make this our last turn right here on Time Travelers. We do have Golden Cooler. Golden Cooler, of course, does give a 20% attack buff, as well as key and defense. Golden Cooler is really good. Please super right there. No, he didn't. Okay, so we just had horrible luck constantly getting big bad bosses during this video. It's fine. All right, so now Supremo Pod time. We're gonna try this out, LRB Pan, see how it works. There's potentially we could probably get higher than that, but I think that's going to be a pretty good rotation to see what Merge Zamasu is going to be putting up. All right, guys, so we're here on the future category team, where we have quite the interesting lineup. So we're gonna have big bad bosses active right here. So what that means is that the two Zamasus are giving each other a whopping 65% from attack links. So it's actually going to work out a lot better to just have the two Zamasus next to each other than to have Supremo 5 time. Plus, we do have LRB Pan here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop this King Yama right here. And we're going to see exactly what LRB Pan does to these two Zamasus when they have all of their attack links active. I mean, they have the exact same link set. So the two of them, this should be a ridiculous rotation. All right, let's see what we get here. Let's see what our boys gives us right here. Okay, how much damage will we get from the two of them? There's no way AGL... Okay, so 5.33 from AGL Zamasu is obviously pretty good. There's no way he finishes Goku. Unless he gets like a double super with 2 crits, there's no way he finishes Goku. So that was pretty good, right? 5.33. So what does Tech Merge Zamasu get us? 4.15. Okay, so I guess, hey, good for AGL Zamasu that he is still on top, right? Okay. So there we go. The two Merge Zamasus, pretty good. I have seen a higher attack stat from Tech Merge Zamasu too. I think if you use Darkness Toa, like, so if we had this exact same rotation right here, if we just had Darkness Toa instead of LRB Pan, I actually do think his attack stat would get a little bit higher, right? So Merge Zamasu is able to get to a very impressive number above 4 million. I mean, honestly, from what we saw, I wasn't too disappointed in his defense either. So let's go ahead and take a look at his EZA details. So this is Wrath of the Absolute God, Fusion Zamasu. His leader skill is Extreme Class Key 3 and 100% to stats. Good enough that I'm probably going to take him into Extreme Tech Super Battle Road as well. We'll test out how quickly we can bust through with Zamasu putting up these, millions of damage attack stats every turn. His super attack is True Test of a God, which does immense damage, greatly lowers enemy defense, and then raises extreme class allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. So we actually could have had AGL Zamasu a little bit higher with the Tech Merge Zamasu supering first. Then his passive, Discord of Gods and Men, is 140% attack at the start of turn. Then superclass allies get their attack lowered by 10%, and superclass enemies get their attack and defense lowered by 20%. And then Extreme Class Realm of Gods category allies get plus 50% defense, so the two Zamasus really work incredibly well together. His links are Nightmare, Godly Power, Fear and Faith, Fuse Fighter, Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, and Fierce Battle. Another reason the Zamasus are just so insane next to each other is that they have the exact same link sets. His 12 key multiplier is only 140%. Okay. I mean, yeah, I feel like it was after the 120% leaders where they pretty much started defaulting to 150%, right? So, interesting that he's down there at 140%. And then he is on a couple of different category teams here. So for starters, he's on the Realm of Gods category, which really potentially could soon become the best damn category in the game, depending upon how the 5-year anniversary turns out with LR Blue Gogeta, Int Blue Vegeta's EZA, then of course the two global first Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta cards from the Resurrection F. That could be very interesting. Potara. Always good to get buffs for the Potara team, which doesn't really get that many buffs. Future is just... I mean, Future's really good. And then Trunks is an amazing leader. You know, obviously we can get LRB Pain on there and stuff like that, so very, very strong. And then finally we have the Time Traveler category he's a part of, which, you know, just has one of the biggest rosters there. Very, very strong team. So there we go. There's Merged ZAMASU. Honestly, from what I saw, I think I really do like him. You know, I thought his defensive deficiencies would be a little bit more pronounced than they are. Seems like, you know, if you go into the Legendary Goku event, he's going to get ass blasted, right? But I feel like in, like, Battlefield, Super Battle Road, places like that, he's probably going to be fine. Like, I think he's actually very well designed. It's just the super long, super difficult events. So Infinite Dragon Ball History and Legendary Goku event he is not made for. I probably will still take him into the Legendary Goku event. We'll see. But regardless, thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.